Well, it is Wednesday and I am back in the office. I was in Montgomery County, Pennsylvania this morning, and then I was in Morristown, New Jersey, close to the office to handle a municipal court matter here in Morristown. So a busy day as always for our law firm, both in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Working on a new background for these videos. I have a blurred background right now. We're having some work done in the office, so I wanted to go with a blurred background. People may find it a little annoying, but working on that as we speak. But with that said, put out a blog article regarding murder versus manslaughter in Pennsylvania. And the reason why I did it was because recently a 15-year-old was charged with murder in Montgomery County, Pennsylvania, which is where I was today. And the article explains murder versus manslaughter. Now, this particular juvenile is being tried as an adult. And in the article, I detail the difference between being charged as a juvenile and as an adult, substantial difference. Juvenile justice system is set up much differently, and you obviously face much harsher penalties in the justice system when you're charged as an adult, especially if it's a crime like murder. Now, with regards to murder, there are degrees of murder. In Pennsylvania, murder of the first degree is premeditated murder, carries with it a mandatory minimum life sentence without parole. There's also third degree murder, which is all other murder, and there's second degree murder, which is otherwise known as felony murder, where a homicide is committed during the course of a felony crime, usually like a robbery or something like that. But it can be other things like arson. We've had cases like that. Manslaughter is definitely an intentional killing, but it's what we often refer to as imperfect self-defense. We believe that the argument is that you believed your life was in danger, and you responded by killing the person, and it's imperfect self-defense. Now, with regards to other types of manslaughter, there's also heat of passion. We are overcome by rage. That is another type of manslaughter in Pennsylvania. In the article, I also point out involuntary manslaughter, which is causing a homicide due to some sort of negligence. We see that sometimes charged in a situation where it's something like a nightclub or something like that, where there's improper exits and a person dies as a result of that. And obviously there are other crimes that can be charged in addition to that. But the point of the article is to detail murder versus manslaughter. Now this particular juvenile, there isn't a question as to him actually causing the death. I believe that it's almost non-contested that he actually shot and allegedly killed this person. But I always use the word allegedly because the person has a presumption of innocence until they are convicted at trial or plead guilty. Now, the article, I kind of lay out the difference between murder and manslaughter, but I also get into the juvenile aspects of the case. I believe that this case will go to trial. It sounds like this juvenile has some type of defense here. I believe there's some understanding that he was involved with some altercation with an older person. This person is homeless. I believe there's some type of issue here that the juvenile accused, I keep calling him a juvenile, but he's being charged as an adult. But again, this case will likely go to trial. If they were to do some type of plea, perhaps there's some type of plea to a negotiated plea of like manslaughter. But again, it's a very, very detailed case, and it'll be interesting to see where it goes. If you have questions regarding any type of offense or crime, 215-755-9000 in Pennsylvania, 856-793-7429 in New Jersey, the website gambonelaw.com. As always, a great resource for you and your family. All of my books, my blogs, my videos are available there. In addition, one of the blogs that I recently put out was involving an NBA player who was charged with assault, who had assaulted another player before a game. And in that article, I explain simple assault versus aggravated assault, one being a misdemeanor crime and the other being an aggravated assault, which is a felony crime. That particular case, I think it will result in some type of non-trial disposition to a criminal diversion program. But it's a case of note because typically you don't see athletes charged with a crime like that. But I believe this incident happened before the game in front of a police officer, and they were almost obligated to arrest the player at that point. Again, if you have questions, 215-755-9000 in Pennsylvania, 856-793-7429. I'm going to link in the article that I wrote on murder versus manslaughter, and there's also the article that I wrote on simple assault versus aggravated assault. So have a great Wednesday, and I'll talk to you all very soon.